I think I noticed my depression at 13. And I was just sad all the time. And I just wanted to be in my room. Didn't want to be upstairs. I just wanted to kind of hide out and just kind of be by myself. And I felt worthless. I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like I had a lot of love. I don't know. I didn't really feel worth anything. And thankfully at that time, Grandpa Eldon, he would always be like, talk to me, how's my girl? And he'd sit there and he'd ask me, just encourage me, like, what are you doing in your life? I'm excited to hear it. And it was somebody that actually wanted to stop and talk and like actually really cared. It was so interested. And I feel like he and Jesus Christ saved my life as a teenager. So things got better and I was able to exercise and just feel happier and better. And then graduated high school, and then Grandpa Eldon died. And that was really hard for me because he was always my rock. And he always helped me just feel loved and like heard, I guess. Because you want to feel heard and appreciated and just, that somebody's there. So it was so hard for me because he was gone. And I almost felt like I lost a dad or something because he meant so much to me and he saved my life. And then I met my husband. I went totally 2 semesters at BYU, Idaho, and then I met Mark. And I'm pretty sure I talked to him about it. I don't remember, but he loved me for me. And he reminded me a lot of Grandpa Eldon in that way, just how he loved me and I could just be myself. And anyway, so after having the first baby, I was so depressed and I was suicidal and I didn't want to have anything to do with the baby. It was so hard. But I finally went to get help I went to BYU, to their facility. And the guy treated me like I was going to kill everyone. It was the worst doctor appointment ever. And because you have to fill out a survey thing about like how depressed you are. And then he literally, his mannerisms, how he talked to me, it was almost like, I don't know, that I was going to go be like a serial killer or something. I mean, that was literally just how he treated me. He didn't treat me like a human after, that he knew I had depression. And he's like, well, here's this medication, fill out the prescription, here you go. And the medicine didn't work. And it made it worse. And so I was like, I'm done. So I stopped taking it. I wanted to be done having kids just because I knew how hard the postpartum one was after each of them. And it progressively got worse after each one. And I think it was after Ellie, I tried again. So I went to a doctor again. He did hormone tests and thyroid tests and, everything was fine. And he's like, okay, here's a prescription for a medicine. But he treated me much better. And I think he had suggested therapy, but I was too scared because there was that negative connotation. The medicine did not work again. So that's 2 for 2, and I just felt gutted because I'm trying to find the right thing. I think it was kind of around this time Elder Holland gave his Like a Broken Vessel talk. And I actually was singing in the choir for that session. So I'm sitting there behind the organ and he is giving that talk and I am just crying. Because it's like, I am not broken. Like, he gets it. And the Lord loves me and it's okay. Like, this is just a trial I have and it doesn't make me worthless. It wasn't a coincidence I was there. I knew that the Lord needed me there to hear that talk from Elder Holland. Anyway, so we got change of jobs and we came down here after having the 6th baby. And I was not doing good. I was so suicidal. I was ready to just leave and just take off. And it was so hard and I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what to do. And Uncle Randy sent me a Facebook message. And he's like, I would like you to try to find medicine. Because I think I had made some comment about how I just had felt down on Facebook. And he's like, depression runs in our family. And I'd never heard that before. And he's like, your grandma's had depression. You know, I've had it. And he's like, I think you need to try. And he's like, it might be a good idea to try a combination of medicine. Because I'd only been trying one at a time. And Uncle Randy gave me the name of a doctor. And so I went and saw him. And he was like, yeah, you're totally fine. He's like, your chemicals are just messed up. You know, he's like, because of, you know, stress, anxiety, you know, depression, they drop your serotonin levels in your body. And so, you know, you react differently and you're depressed from this. He's like, and just barely, you just had a baby, changed jobs, moved. And he's like, so your serotonin levels are really low right now. And he's like, you know, I'd like you to find a therapist and talk to them. You know, let's try to find a good medicine for you. Let's try to get you on like a good exercise program. You know, you can use a happy light. Just try to, you know, take care of yourself. And so I found on Facebook, so I follow this bicycle race page, and she was like, oh, my sister just opened up her online therapy. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this is not, you know, it's not another coincidence. This is a blessing from the Lord saying, hey, here's someone for you. And she helped me understand things in a way that I can't understand for myself. And I just felt like she was an angel in my life, because she knew what to say. So with that, and then the doctor finding the right combination of medicine, like, I was happier for the first time in a long time. I would say I actually felt happy and an optimist, because I remember there were days where I'd be like, when am I ever going to feel happy? And it was weird, because I felt happy, and it was such a nice feeling. I'm very grateful that I do have a good medicine that works, because even when I do get low, I'm able to pick myself back up. I still have very down times where I am suicidal, and honestly, it's amazing because you can feel angels protecting you, and you can feel them there trying to help you get through that, because it is really dark and it's really scary, but you have heaven's help there. The Lord knows what you're going through, and he wants to help you. But I feel like depression also is a blessing. It can actually be a good thing, because you're more empathetic to people. When they're going through harder times, I feel like you can be more empathetic for them and have a deeper love and connection. And I feel like when you love someone for their whole person, then that will help them more than anything. And so I guess I would just say to anybody struggling with depression, it's a hard battle, and you're not alone. There's so many friends and neighbors and family members that you probably don't know have it. And it is hard, and for some of us it's not something that's going to go away in this lifetime. And so there are ways for help. There's therapists out there who actually do care, and there's, you know, medicines that will work, but it's sometimes it takes a while to find the right combination. But the Lord has blessed us with means to help our anxiety and our depression to be manageable, so we can have a good, happy life. So it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to be like the end all be all, and it can be something you can use as a stepping stone. And along the way, you may lose friends. I've lost friends telling them I have depression, and they never talk to me again. But you will have always the greatest friend, and that's Jesus Christ. And he knows exactly what you're going through, and honestly, when you're going through those dark nights, he's the one to turn to. And he's the one that makes it so you can make it every day. So